Hey, good day, eh? Welcome to ROM Hack Races. Welcome back to Saturday night. I hope y'all are doing fantastically. How's it going, eh? We've got a really special level for y'all tonight, direct from the Great White North, way up in Canada for week 260. We've got a special race. It is Layers of Rap, the name of the level, and the makers simply call themselves Team Poutine. I hope y'all are ready for this. This is going to be a really fun one. Welcome to ROM Hack Races. I hope y'all are doing well. Before we get started, if you don't know what's going on here, if you've never seen this before and you've no idea what's up, this is ROM Hack Races, and every Saturday we have a fresh new Super Mario World Kaizo level that no one's ever seen. The racers are going to play it and just have to use their wits and skills and improvisation to make it all the way to the end. But they're not on their own, because we have some great testers who test the level behind the scenes ahead of time and give us some difficulty rankings and pass them on to the racers so they know a little bit about what they're dealing with. This week's levels ratings. this is the week's level. The ratings for this week: 5 out of 10 for execution, 6 out of 10 for complexity. The racers know that there are 3 sections, with the longest of those sections being rated 5 out of 10. They also know that this is a big brain level, and I think you're gonna have a lot of fun watching this as well. Thank you for dropping by. We had some testers for this. I want to shout everybody out. Ampersam, Mithrillionaire, RB Pimlico, Sulfur X Fen, and Blue Ribbon High Life all helped us test this level this week. And scouting to watch out for all the racers tonight, we've got Kelgan, Blue Ribbon High Life, what's up, Doc, and Fen, who is also helping us run the restream. Thank you so much for that, Fen, and thank you all for being here. Normally I would talk about the maker and say like what they've already done, but the makers have requested that they be known only as Team Poutine. And so that's what we got. But we've got 12 cool individuals who have signed up to race with us tonight. We're rooting for all of them in alphabetical order: Arakaida, B2DE, Dobbsworks, Ender of Games, Jank Pickle, Louis Duce, Muzzle, Proto Pizza, Revelug, Ricardo DeMello coming back from that win last week, Roke Games, and You Fail Me. All really talented players, and you're gonna see some really cool stuff tonight. Could have called it Poutine. You know, it's hindsight is 2020. But I hope you're all ready for some fun. I am GlitchCat7. I will be giving you the play-by-play. If you have any questions or would like to learn a little bit more, shout it out in chat if you want to learn about Kaizo. Or you can check out romhackraces.com to download this patch and try it out for yourself anytime, or any of the other 259 levels that we've raced. They're all very fun, and it's a super cool way to grind your Kaizo skills and have a little fun bite-sized challenge. But please put some hype in chat for your favorite racers. If you're here to support someone in particular, that's totally cool to put their emotes up and show your support. This is a race. We say it's a race, but that's the wrapping paper that you take off and throw away. And the cool thing underneath is a fun community event where we can celebrate everybody's skills and good moves. This is a tough level, and you're seeing good racers play against other really good players. Now you might be looking at this screen here and getting a sort of an idea about what might be happening here, and the racers, I'm sure, are also taking a look. To start out here on screen, we've got B2 in the upper left, Muzzle in the upper right, Ricardo DeMello looking for that 2 weeks in a row win in the lower left, and You Fail Me on the lower right hand corner. This is going to be an interesting one. I myself got to test this behind the scenes, and I am really excited to see what everybody thinks. So without too much ado, let's go. It's ROM Hack Races 260, Layers of Rap from Team Poutine. Mario was looking for the best poutine spot in his town to satisfy his hunger, eh? Unfortunately, he only found a rap house. Yeah. So it's a house, and there's raps in it. So what do you think we're gonna do? Let's get it going. Here we go. Layers of Rap. Now, this one is pretty interesting. You Fail Me in the lower right thinks they already have the idea. And do they? Ooh, almost a one-shot on that intro room. Here goes Muzzle. So first of all, just take this in for a second. I will explain what's going on, but take a look for yourselves and try to sort out what the heck is happening here. These racers seem to already have a really good idea about this. So what is it? Every the top and bottom, and the left and right of the screen are all wrapping around each other. So if you go up the top, you go up the top, you come out the bottom, you go down the top, you come out the bottom, it's all connected. Think of this as taking place on a big sphere. And it looks like Muzzle in the upper right definitely already has the hang of this one, and they are already taking a really early lead, but Ricardo, you fail me, B2 are all not too far behind. So that's what's going on. The screen is wrapping. Left side connected to right side, top connected to bottom. And you can always just exit out the side of a screen, and if there is a place for you, if there's not a wall or an enemy or something, there goes Ricardo, moving on, you will be able to wrap around. So here they're jumping on the 2 bats and they're going up. There's B2 on that next section. This is some fast action. Let's go. And so if you jump, you fall down the bottom, you come out the top, you jump out the top, you go out the bottom. That's the basic idea here. Now, there's one other thing going on, which is that it's a little bit of trickery, but the screen is kind of scrolling, right? And it's a little hard to see just from watching it, but that creates a kind of a current. When Mario is walking with the grain from right to left in the direction of the scroll, he walks a little bit faster. But when Mario walks to the left, he's walking against the grain, and that slows him down and makes your movements a little more sluggish. That is a little bit tough to notice in the gameplay itself, but that is something that the racers are definitely having to contend with. And it's what is making these situations a little bit trickier. So now that we've got that out of the way, and now that you fail me here in the lower right, probably going to make that checkpoint pretty soon. Oh, nice try. So now that we've got that out of the way, top connects to bottom, left connects to right, and the tide, we can actually start talking about what's going on here. Racers are already doing exceptionally well, and we're moving into this double bat section. Looks like Ricardo, hey, making some progress in the lower left, and B2 as well. So keep that screen wrap in mind, because the racers are using that all over the place. The first thing to do here, they're grabbing that red shell up over the 2 bats and up the top of the screen. That puts them on the bottom of the screen to their side, right? That's how they land on the bottom of the screen. And they're using that red shell to do a shell jump and hit that brown outlined Kaizo block. That is letting them fall down into the pit, which puts them on the top of the screen, so they're standing on the block that they just created, and they can make that next jump to the coin. There is, at that moment, a little ceiling, so the racers actually have to kind of control their jump a little bit. They're walking against that grain to the left, and they're also having to contend with a little bit of a ceiling bonk while they get there, so they've got to make that jump pretty controlled. That's good advice. If this is a little tricky to follow, I'll clue everybody in on who's making some progress, and what the thing to do. Doc has good advice. Yeah, pick a racer and just kind of stick with them and just only watch them. And me, I'm a pro. I can watch all 4 of them, and I played this level already, so I know what's going on here. B2 kind of thinking about it, and here goes Ricardo in the lower left. So Ricardo making a little bit of they're getting a little bit of progress. Oh, sorry, I thought B2 was pausing. They froze for me. My bad. B2 still moving. We got B2, Ricardo, Muzzle, and Revelug down here in the lower right. So everybody on this I guess you could call it an auto scroller. Well, I'll explain a little bit. I will explain in a little bit how it's more than it seems. But we can call this an auto scroller section for lack of a better word. And here goes B2 in the upper left. Now they've got those 2 spinies, and they're always watching. This is a level where you really need to think with the gimmick. And so if the racers are confused, or if you're confused, look around and look at the opposite side of the screen that you're on. Here goes Revelug in the lower right. Yo, Revelug definitely starting to think with the gimmick. There's always a way out of the seemingly impossible situation if you're looking at the opposite side of the screen and figuring out, okay, where do I need to go to? Because you remember that they connect. Here goes Jank Pickle. What do they got for us in the lower left? Yo, big progress, though. Revelug in the lower right. Yeah, here we go. They want to fall down, and they want to activate that note block. You can see the dotted outline of it, and so they know that that's where they need to be to hit it. For what it's worth, too, those black cloud blocks that you see, those are semi-solid, so the racers can pass up from below if they're jumping up from below them, but they cannot fall down onto them. They would be death if they would hit them from above. And yo, what's up? Louis Duce coming in the upper left. This one's also a little tricky for me to watch, everybody at the same time. But I played this one ahead of time because I wanted to make sure I could be on point for this. Jank Pickle making some progress too. Revelug, yeah, so they've got that on-off switch at that moment, and they do need to hit that because that's what's flipping the pink and blue dotted line blocks. And here goes Revelug in the lower right-hand corner. What are they gonna do? Revelug on a sight read right now. They're just going. Revelug. Oh, and they're in there. Yo! Wow, that was amazing. That really shows you the power of the one-shot. It is really a challenge of consistency and one-shots, you know, whether or not the racers can be consistent with what they've already learned, or whether they're just going to one-shot a new obstacle. And here goes Revelug now. They are onto a whole new section, but the gimmick is the same, except now the screen is auto-scrolling down, but the same principles from before are applying. You know, top to bottom, top connects to bottom, left connects to right. Screen wrap is all over the place. So they've got a lot to do here and a lot to parse out, but fortunately, the screen is moving so fast that whatever the solution is, they're probably going to have to go quickly. So they're getting the mushroom out of the block there, and then they're using the spring, spinning up, and man, Revelug has got this gimmick. They know what they are doing here if they can just kind of sort this out. Meanwhile, though, Jank Pickle, Louie, Muzzle, also working pretty hard on the second section. This is really, don't forget that in the horizontal section, the players are fighting against that tide that's happening. Uh-oh, what's that? Ooh, Revelug, maybe a little bit of cheese, a little bit of unintended strategery, bringing the spring with them. And here goes Jank Pickle in the lower left. They're on a sight read. See if they can get the same one shot. Can they read it? Oh, Jank Pickle, nicely done. Even getting hit by those green booster blocks to try to throw them off a little bit there, but reacting fast enough. And Muzzle, oh no. Muzzle trying to get to that same part, but they didn't know which way to move. Understandable in a level like this. So it could be the come from behind victory now. It's Jank Pickle and Revelug at the bottom on the second section, making the most progress so far. What do y'all think of this level? I think this was just awesome. I was so excited all day for people to see this one. I tested it earlier today, and I was just like, no way. Like, this is so cool. I was smiling a lot at this this Fugu section that they're on. It's such a neat, I don't know, it's such a neat little combination of gimmicks. There's really something to be said for readability in an auto scroller. You know, we often say like, oh, auto scrollers or whatever, but you know what? Like, when the screen is moving, it's easier to figure out what the strat is. You know what I mean? Like, well, it's definitely not stand here and, you know, just mess around. So I think it can kind of like enforce the movement in a better way sometimes. I don't know. But these racers are going to have to kind of maneuver a little bit. It is possible in this section, and I know this because I played it myself, it is possible in this section to maybe move a little bit faster or a little bit slower. You notice they're kind of like finding these moments to hesitate, or even they could gauge their movement a little bit by doing slow fall or not doing slow fall at some particular obstacle. But here's Revelug, yo, getting a little bit farther, and Jank Pickle not too far behind. That jump to at the beginning is actually tougher than it seems, to loop around the screen and get onto that spring. Again, if anybody has any questions, I know this one's kind of a brain bender, please feel free to just shout them out in chat. I'm trying to cover most of the tech and things going on. Jank Pickle, wow, all right. Yeah, they definitely know what they want here. They're setting up the spring so that it will be there for them when they want to make that second spin jump. Squirrel, hey, thank you so much for the 3 months with Prime. Thanks for that so much. All your subs and bits go right back to the ROM Hack Race community so we can keep bringing you these races, and they wouldn't be here without everybody hanging out and chat and watching. Thank you for that so much. Jank Pickle, look out though. Uh-oh. Jank Pickle and Revelug, they both know what to do here. The presence of that turn block where Revelug is means that you have to be big, right? You're not going to break that otherwise. So They know what they want here, and now it's obvious they want to use the Fugu. That's not just there to be a threat. The Fugu is always tracking you. It wants to swim right over, because I think they're really friendly, and I think Fugus are kind of cute, and I like them. But, oh yeah, Revelug's got the answer, and now they've got the damage boost, so all eyes on the lower right-hand corner. What's it gonna be? Yeah, Revelug thinking this out here. But the Fugu. But that Fugu. So, what are those switches in the wall there? We've seen those in a lot. We've seen those previously in the level, and we see these pretty often in Kaizo hacks. Those switches are little on-off coins, and those coins are activated by, or maybe they're not coins, maybe they're little switches, but whatever the case, they're on-off switches, and they are activated when a sprite touches them. Any sprite at all. Mario, perhaps a Fugu, and Revelug with this trademark consistency. Look at this, now they get the idea. They don't want the Fugu to touch the switch, and wow! Wow! Are you kidding me? The double sight read endings, and Revelug is making their way to the boss. Look at this, it's Big Boo. Oh, I like this guy. And by now I think we get the gimmick here, right? Left connects to right, right connects to left, and the on-off switch that they're hitting is going to flip the script on them so that now when they hit the switch, they're going to be moving in the opposite direction. Oh, you gotta have a fight with this at the end. Wow, Revelug just running away with this one tonight. They are really out. This is cool to see, man, dang. Jank Pickle though, Louie, Muzzle, still working hard. We're only 12 minutes in. This is phenomenal gameplay here. I want to be clear that if you're not on the boss right now, you're still doing very, very well. Oh, getting squished though. So a really commanding lead from this one from Revelug. Both of the checkpoint sections a one-shot at the ending. That was really huge. Here goes Louie though in the upper left. Louie maybe for the checkpoint. What you got, Louie? No! Oh, those green blocks will jettison Mario off in the direction of the arrow on the block, and they give you, I think it's slope speed. I'm fairly certain it's they give like the amount of speed they give you is slope speed. So by neutraling you preserve that, or by pressing a direction you thwart it. Either way. Revelug still fighting with this Big Boo, and Jank Pickle. So this is, oh, never mind, excuse me, Revelug done fighting the Big Boo. F's in chat for Big Boo. And a really, wow, dang, a very commanding run from Revelug tonight. That was powerful. Man, they were on a tear tonight. That's about 14 minutes top, 14 minutes flat. For what it's worth, that beats my time in testing. I would not, when I say, like, if I were to race these, I wouldn't be a shoo-in. Revelug had me. That was good. Very, very good. Well played, Revelug. A solid win. We got Dobbs Works here in the lower right. We got Muzzle in the upper left. Jank Pickle and Louie on the other half. 13:51 the official time. That's very solid. I ran it in testing this morning in 21. So shows what you got. Muzzle here. Look out in the upper right. Muzzle with a shot at the checkpoint. They just want to hang out there, and then they want to boost themselves up, but don't. But don't hit the troll blocks on the side. Ah, jeez. Yeah, Revelug and Jank Pickle, here we go. Jank Pickle in the lower left. They have really figured out this Fugu section. Want to make the differentiation too, that the Munchers will kill, or the Munchers will damage Mario and give you iframes. However, the death blocks will immediately kill Mario. Even if you're Big Mario, even if whatever, you just die. Hey, good job, Revelug. Thank you for the raid, and that's a first place tonight. But here goes Jank Pickle in the lower left, looking for that second, and they clearly know that they want to move and keep swapping the side of the screen that they're on so that Fugu doesn't touch any of the switches. Whoa! And they avoided that. Wow, good job. That was good. Yo. Did you see how they got around that Fugu right as they were getting into the pipe? Like, they angled that drop. They knew that they had to make that move to avoid it. That was intentional. I'm kind of guessing, but I saw intention in that. Good job, Jank Pickle. Moving on. Now it's time for the Big Boo. You know the drill, top to bottom. If you're just joining us, that is the gimmick here. The top wraps to the bottom wraps to the top, left wraps to right. You could think of like, it's really, I really like to think about the geometry here. And Louis Douce in the upper left wants to think about the geometry of this pipe. Oh, geez, buddy, I thought, hey, Louis, watch out, man. But I love to think about the geometry of these levels. Like, if you think about it, this level is taking place on a sphere, like a large globe. And the top of the screen is actually right next to the bottom of the screen. And the left of it is actually right next to the right? But like, it's flattened so that it doesn't, it's like one of those maps of the world that makes it like a flat thing. What are those? There's a particular name for that map. There's lots of types of maps. But I don't know, it's just interesting to me. It's like magical, non-Euclidean Escher geometry. The makers of Team Poutine have informed me that they wish to remain simply known as Team Poutine. I did ask, and we always try to give credit where credit is due and wanted. And specifically in this case, yeah, we'll see. Perhaps we'll see. Maybe the credits are in there somewhere. But for the time being, they have asked to simply be Team Poutine. Dobbs works. Let's go in the lower right. One jump. Oh no! Jeez. Those booster blocks are faster than you might think. Yeah, I agree. This level was very much designed with the Layer 2 weirdness in mind. Yeah, what's going on here is actually kind of something that I am not as technically versed in, but there are different object layers in Mario. There's a layer 1, there's a 2, and there's a 3, and you can scroll those layers independently of each other. I actually, to be perfectly honest, I know about gameplay, but I don't necessarily know how people make this kind of amazing stuff. Code and hackery are not necessarily my strong suits. I just kind of move the man around. Yo, it's look, Louis B2, Louis on the second section, B2. Also, excuse me, I didn't even go on to shout that out. B2 on the second section, and Jank Pickle finishing up with a very, very strong second place. That's really good. GG, Ank Pickle. Nicely done, nicely done. There we go. They got that delicious poutine. And there we go. Team Poutine on your screen in the lower left. Thank you all very, very much for making this one. This was so cool. It's not over yet though. We're looking for that podium. We got Ender of Games in the lower left. Dobbs Works in the lower right. I think this might be, I don't know if I recognize the name. Apologies if not, but welcome. Might be Dobbs Works' first ROM hack race, if I'm not, if I have remembered my names correctly. So welcome. It's really cool to see new names. Doing awesome. Working really hard here. Second section for everybody on the bottom, or on the top rather, and first section for everybody on the bottom. Oh, Jank Pickle, what a lousy reward. Hey, you got second place. Now go to work. They should give you the day off. Just, if you podium on ROM hack races, you get paid day off. If I could make it so, I would. Oh. Don't forget, like I said, on the racers on the lower part of the screen, whenever they're walking to the right, they're moving a little faster than normal, and whenever they're walking to the left, they're moving a little more slowly than normal. And that is hard to see in the gameplay, but it is happening, and it's definitely something they have to contend with. Look at this! Hey, wow! Yo, I am loving these new-ish names tonight, coming and ripping up the leaderboards here. Arakaida, not their first race, but I've seen their name for a couple of weeks now, and here they are doing splendid. Lee on the second section. Splendid Lee, Bruce Lee's weird third cousin. He wasn't much of a martial arts fighter, but he was pretty cool. Well, Jank Pickle, you're a kind individual. Make some bucks, clothes for a friend. Look at you being kind. Yo, Muzzle Arakaida, B2, and Louie. Everybody on the second section now. Man, where are these checkpoints coming from? I'm like looking at one person's screen, and then all of a sudden everybody's on the second section. Sorry, this one's kind of tricky to watch everybody at the same time because there's just so many screen wraps happening. I really try to shout out everybody's big moments when they get a checkpoint or not. So apologies if I miss somebody. This reminds me of that one level from the last KLDC. I think it was called House of Screen Wrap, where like you were constantly moving around. A level was like rewriting itself while you were going through it, kind of like 1F9, but a little bit less flickery. Once again, I want to remind everybody, if you have any questions, shout them out in chat. If you want to learn a little bit more about us, ROM hack races, Kaizo, life, I'll do my best. But maybe you can find even more answers over on romhackraces.com. If you want to download this patch, if you want to sign up to race or volunteer, we could always use some volunteers. All this and more. Check out our levels and even check out the ROM hack races shop, where you can get some cool hoodies and stuff. The cold season is coming up. You're going to want to make like Humpty Dumpty and have a great fall. So grab a ROM hack races hoodie and stay stylish. Yeah, I'm noticing that. Louis, yeah, kind of thinking that they need to bring the spring, because when the ground that is supporting the spring gets overwritten, the spring is just, okay, it just falls. We shall see. Maybe that will work out for them, maybe not. They're gonna learn one way or another. Meanwhile, Arakaida definitely has got the right idea. They know they need that Fugu. And here goes, look out, B2, DE, 8-1. Oh, about to learn a very important lesson about how Fugu wants to get right over to where you are and then stay there forever. Remember, those switches can be activated by any sprite touching them. So what's going on there is that, like, the Fugu just touches the switch, and then the switch turns on a bunch of death blocks, and you're not gonna fall anymore. So the game is to keep the Fugu from straying to the extreme left or right side of that gap. Here goes B2 for another try. B2 DE81 in the upper right. Oh! It's kind of tricky though. When do you switch sides? I really like, I don't know, there's people have a rough time with it, and that's to be expected, but I really do like Fugu movements. Fugu, disco shell, fishing boo, all the things that kind of track you in the game. Once you get the hang of how they move and just sort of their pace, you really can just kind of exploit it. You know what I mean? You can really just get them to do whatever you want, and something like a Fugu, a fishing boo, or a disco shell can go from being an unwieldy obstacle that moves in a strange way to just a method of conveyance. It's just a car. You know what I mean? It just gets you from here to there. Look out though, Arakaida! Ooh, aha, learning the same lesson that B2 learned about the Fugu. Here goes B2 again. Just gotta watch out. Watch out, don't switch. So, and they're in there, all right. B2, DE, 8-1. I just like saying their whole name. It sort of rolls off the tongue, you know? Arakaida here going for the Fugu drop. Oh, I hope they can do it. They'll catch up with B2, and then they'll be, we'll be on the same section together. Look at this, wow, I love those moves. Oh, Arakaida, oh, let's go. All right, that was great. And Muzzle's just about there also. Yo, Arakaida was just like flip-flop, flip-flop. They were moving fast. So it's Arakaida versus B2 on the boss, and Muzzle not too far behind. Got this big boo, you know how this works. 3 hits, grab the grab blocks, and oh man, B2 is gonna be out of here. Louis though, getting a little farther. I think they, I didn't notice, but I think they've given up on the spring, perhaps. Although Louis not one to give up on cheese he thinks he can do, so, you know. Here goes Muzzle again, trying to make it 3 for 3 on the boss, or 3 for 4 on the boss. Good control. Yo, Muzzle, I like this. Very good control here with that Fugu. Now watch out for the final drop. Oh, they're in there. So while we're hanging out here, I wanted to read a little thing. I always ask the makers if there's anything that they'd like me to shout out or mention or say in the comments. And we've got a little note here from Team Poutine to describe a little bit more about this level, and I'm just going to read it out for you. They say, basically, the way I imagine the concept... Whoa, excuse me, hold up, Arcada. Whoa, and the midair ending. Yo, excuse me 1 second. I thought maybe these racers would give me some time to read something here, but Arcada way too fast. Look at this, really. Wow, what a strong clear. Arcada, a recent ROM hack racer who has really shown us what they've got. That was awesome. Very well done. And Muzzle? Aha, there it is. Muzzle is in there. We got Ender of Games in the lower left coming in. Wow, geez, everybody's so fast on this boss. B2's doing good work. Roke here on the lower right. Coming in hot. Everybody working on the second section now. B2, keep your eyes up. I'm sure we'll get a clear soon. Roke Games here working on the second section also. Man, what great plays tonight. Here goes Ender for the big Fugu drop. But let me read this little thing out here for you from Team Poutine. So basically, the way I imagine the concept started as a one-screener closed room on layer 1 with openings at the center in every direction, left, right, top, bottom, where the entire level would be scrolling inside the box on layer 2 with both vertical and horizontal screen wrapping. And GGB2, that was quite inevitable. Team Poutine, we eventually figured out that it would be hard to read this way, so we scrapped the one screen idea. One thing that's cool though, since both screen wraps are enabled, Mario still stays inside one screen, since those horizontal screen wraps disable screen scrolling, so it really looks like an auto scroller when it isn't. Really cool magic. This is just such a neat... I admire people who can do this and put this kind of mind-bending stuff into Super Mario. It really... This gives me faith, you know, the sky's the limit, and so is our creativity. Ender of Games, look out for the big Fugu drop. I love this drop, man. As a player, as a maker, oh geez, good job, Ender. Wow, they were in there. As a player, as a maker, there's something really special to me about long falling obstacles. I don't know even why. Maybe just because it's like, it's a platforming thing, but you never really get to do it in vanilla Mario world, so it feels weird. You know, they can be kind of boring if it's just like left, right, avoid the spikes, blah, blah, blah. But an interesting falling obstacle like this is just, I think, just so cool. Something really exciting about it. I don't know. Like you're bungee jumping, you know? It's like the Super Mario World equivalent of just like base diving, you know? Base jumping. I know it looks really dangerous, but those wingsuit things look so fun. Like, come on, you know? Man, that looks awesome. If they make a crash-proof one, I'm there. Here goes Roke. They don't even need a wingsuit for this. Look out! Oh! Aha! Now they're learning about the Fugu. Louis Douce also learning about Fugus. Fugus and switches. Yo, thanks for the raid, B2. Really good job tonight. If y'all are new, I want to remind you... Oh no, Ender, that was so good. I thought they were going to win it. I want to remind you, drop a follow. We do these races every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And every week, we've got a fresh new level. We're always looking for makers, too. If you're interested, sign up and reach out on the website or the Discord. Yeah, we have a race every Saturday night. So if you want, gently boop that follow button and come back and see us anytime. Not over yet tonight, you know, just for future reference. So you don't go around thinking, oh no, this is the only time I get to see such a cool ROM hack race. Oh, Roke, no! Ah, jeez. Oh, they were right there in the Fugu collision at the end. Louis is racing. Yep, he's up here in the upper left, working on the second section. Well, yeah, is he? Well, yeah. I want to say, like, I think it's actually really cool. Oh, hello, Ricardo, getting into the wall there. I don't know how that happened. I just looked up and Mario was standing in the floor, and Ender was winning. Jeez, everything's happening right out of the corner of my eye tonight. Good job, Ender. Way to play. Man, everybody's doing so great. Proto Pizza coming in here in the lower left. It's Louis, Ricardo, Proto Pizza, and Roke Games. Yo, make that Dobbs works in the lower left. Proto Pizza working on the big boo. Dobbs works too. Let's go. Wow, this is really good. Like, y'all are playing really, really well. As though I'm surprised by that or anything. But, sheesh. If you're here cheering for your favorite streamers or racers, go ahead, put their emotes up. That is always cool to do. You know, we're cheering for everybody, but like if in particular you're like, yeah, let's go. I always watch that streamer in particular. Put them up. That is always cool to do. And I know, you know, sometimes the racers watch the restream or whatever, and you know they'll smile when they see their friends and fans supporting them. Go and give them a follow. That's a good reward. Uh-oh, it's Roke, Proto, and Dobbs works. 3 out of 4 on the boss right now. But I was gonna say that, like, I really appreciate racers that, like, treat this kind of playfully. Louis is just kind of going for cheese sometimes. I think in a lot of cases they know that that's not what you're doing. Proto Pizza's, what they're doing is winning though. Good job. Man, what a good clear. 33-16 looked like. Nicely done. And Dobbs works. Wow, right behind. So close. Man,
caindo e voltando e não entrar no
34s. You'll love to see it. I know I don't race these that much because I'm always sitting here commentating, but I'll tell you what, I would not be a shoo-in with these. I ran a 21XX in testing this morning. And granted, I hadn't eaten breakfast yet, so maybe I was a little bit rusty, but there's some great gameplay here every single week. I'm really impressed. Last week, the Wild Cape Cheese was Ike, SMB, who got quite possibly some of the greatest cheese in ROM Hack Race's history. That clip should be on the Discord. I want to say welcome again to Dobbs Works. I'm not sure if this is their first race or not. Correct me if I'm wrong, but great job. It's always nice to see new names, and I just really want to give special recognition and say hey to new folks. I hope you feel welcomed and encouraged to come back and race with us anytime. Yeah, Louis. I'm not sure. I've seen some folks get stuck in the ceiling, but I've never, I haven't noticed what has caused that yet. I always just keep looking over and someone's in the floor. But I was gonna, like, they know, right? Like, you gotta feel. Louis, You Fail Me goes for cheese sometimes. You know, these players that do that, they know that that's not what you do, but they're being playful about it and just trying to do it their way for fun. Roke Games way, though, is always fun when you win. Really good, man. Really good tonight. Look at this. The final two? The final two in 35 minutes? Could this level have been designed any more smoothly? Jeez. Ricardo here in this pipe. There is zero bad gameplay here. I want to be so clear about this. Holy moly. This might be one of the tightest races in ROM Hack Races. Man, they just keep getting tighter. We're going to have to make, like, tougher levels or something, man. I don't know, man. I don't even know. Such good gameplay. But, you know, I appreciate the people that treat it playfully. You know, it's not all about the race, man. It's competition, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's about having fun and maybe trying something. You know, so if someone thinks they have cheese, they try it a little bit instead of like, no, I have to race. I have to, you know, focus. Yo, welcome back, Proto Pizza. You did exceptionally well. Man, you all did so dang diggity good. What the heck? What the heck? I was talking to Fen, doing the restream tonight, who's very kind and cool and helps us out with all kinds of things. I was talking to Fen like, I don't know, this one might be kind of long tonight. I was gonna go to like a party later. Like, can't really do a lot of overtime tonight in case we need it, and we are not gonna need overtime tonight with these skills here. Oh, Louis, in the end, yeah. In the end, Louis Duce. Despawning the Fugu. You love to see it. That's what it's about, you know? I appreciate that from Louis. Just being playful, having fun. That's the ROM Hack Races spirit. This is a really good one. I'm really glad y'all are here for this one. While we're hanging out, looks like we're gonna get clears from Louis and Ricardo, and just like, dare I say, bada bing, bada boom. And we have got everybody out of here. I want to give shout outs one more time to the crew of people that help out with ROM Hack Races every week. Louis with that win, good job. Wow, I gotta go quick here. The testers this week, Ampersam, also creator of the ROM Hack Races base ROM. Check out ROM Hack Race base ROM 5.0 on the Discord for all your ROM Hack Racing needs. Ampersam tested, Mithrillionaire tested, RB Pimlico, Sulfur X tested, Fen, and Blue Ribbon High Life. Oh, and also me. I kind of was there at the end and gave a rating. I was also there. Scouts tonight, though. Kelgand, Blue Ribbon High Life. What's up, Dot? We love our trans comrades. Doc and Fen, who is also doing the restream, and Doc, who helps us out with so much all the time. Big shout outs, of course, to Kelgand and D4. And I got Ampersam on that list again. Kelgand doing all kinds of tech for us and helping our bot run. Being just a super awesome computer individual. Really great computer. You're a good computer, my friend. And there it is. We are out. Man, what a race. I am really, really, really impressed. I'm so... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. I thought we were... Wait, Ricardo? Oh, wait, we're not... Oh, we're not done? I looked away. What happened? Ah, jeez. Oh, hold on, you know, that's okay. We get to hang out a little bit. Thank you all so much. Again, drop a follow. Usually we schedule 2 hours for these races, and we have gotten everybody through in almost record time. Well, not record time, but pretty close to sub 40-minute time tonight. Geez, go and follow some more racers on the Kaizo community in the Super Mario directory. There are so many cool people out there, and you're one click away from an awesome stream where you really fit in. Can find some friends and a place to go for those that need it. Say drop a follow for ROM Hack Races. You know about the website. You know about everything, really. There's nothing more I can teach you. You now must go out into the world and use your Kaizo knowledge for hopefully good. For ambiguous good. We had some cheese tonight. You know, and that's good with poutine, right? Just a little cheese with our poutine. That is true. Yeah, yeah. This is a very intuitive level for how mind-bendery it is. Mind-bender bending Rodriguez. There it is, and everybody clear in under 40 minutes. Wow, for a 6 out of 10 level, that was really good. That was really, really good. GG. Man, everybody wins tonight. I'm going to give you all 500 cool points. Spend them at the arcade. If you're good, you know, that's a long time. You can play till Christmas. We are apparently all out of racers. So, wow. Good job, everybody. Geez. I'm really, really impressed. And that was awesome. Please go ahead and drop a follow. Come back and see us on Saturday nights at 8 o'clock. We will have another race next week right here. And in the meantime, there are 260 patches to download on our website, so you can try some stuff out yourself. There are 200 billion cool people that stream Kaizo. That number may or may not be an exaggeration. But, you know, you throw a rock in the Super Mario World directory, you're bound to hit somebody cool. Don't throw rocks, though. Maybe throw a marshmallow. That would be delicious. And, yeah, I think I've said just about all that I could possibly say. I have been GlitchCat, and you have been you, and we, that is to say us, are going to go raid the one, the only, Sojo. She's very kind and cool and wonderful. And in a way, I'm kind of sorry to leave you with just a shorter ROM hack race tonight, but we really just rocked it out. So I hope to see everybody back again next week. Thank you for watching. I love doing these, and I think I speak for the whole community. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Jeez, that was great. You matter. Your thoughts matter. Your heart matters. Your feelings matter. You matter to other people in your lives, and you matter to me as human beings. You matter to the internet's #1 Longboy Furret, and the people that matter to you in your lives would love to hear from you about that. We know Black lives matter, LGBTQIA+ lives matter, Indigenous lives matter, disabled and autistic lives matter, and you. And sorry for anyone that just got here. Check out that on YouTube. If you've missed any races or you want a little bit more ROM hack races in your life, check us out on YouTube. We've got all kinds of past race VODs that you can watch. And if you're watching this on the VOD, hello from the past. Your ways in the future are strange to me. I hope to see you all next week in the future for another race. It's my favorite part of the week, and I hope it is yours too. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for all the volunteers and team. I have been Glitchcat. You have been you. Peace.